Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry. How you doing, Bears fans? How y'all doing, man? I haven't talked to y'all in a while, just on that level. Just want to say that we Bears fans, we all in there. Bear down, stay up, bear down, all that, man. What the hell's going on? What is going on right now? Look, if you've been following me, you know me. I don't try to be anything more than who I am. I don't go for the gimmicks. I deliver whatever I feel like is interesting and makes sense, even if other people don't agree. So I'm not trying to rant to be cool. This is how I feel. What in the actual hell is Ryan Pace doing? I talked about you know what? I talked about this. I talked about the players I was thinking about and be comfortable, woo, Lord Jesus, comfortable with in the second or third round, depending if we trade it. Now, this isn't coming from a place of, I just think that'd be cool. No, I watch the tape. I watch the tape every year. I do this. This is a draft channel. I'm in the draft. These are the prospects that I personally feel good with. Now, you could say, who are you? I get all that. I got my track record is talking about players, but whatever. Everybody has their own track record, but I'm not in the league. I'm just a person that does it from afar. Been doing it for a long time. Whatever. I get that. You're totally right to say that. But that doesn't stop me from telling you, okay, these are the players and the prospects that I like. And so every year, and everybody needs to understand this, every year we feel like this as a fan. You look at other teams and you're like, man, they got a nice draft. How come we can't have a draft like that? Or, wow, they really did well. How did we miss on this and that? And understand that is totally based on who you like. Based on who they like, they think they did a good job. Based on who another person likes, they think they did a good job. So if you're looking at other teams like they did a better job, that's because you like the players they got. And so it's not really necessarily a case of, oh man, Ryan Pace doesn't know how to go get players. It's not like he likes the players I like and then he just didn't know how to acquire them. He had a chance to get those players. He clearly, as a unit, but as Ryan Pace has the final say, he clearly decided, no, those aren't players that I agree are worth it. And that is so frustrating to me, but I understand it. So I'm mad, but not crazy mad about it. So that's all the caveat. With that being said, Josh Jones and Lucas Niang. I like Andrew Thomas. I was talking with my friend during our stream. I said before, I'm like, bro, my hot take is that Andrew Thomas is going to be the first lineman taken. And that ended up happening. Cool. But like, to me, it was no contest. But after Andrew Thomas, I like Wirfs a lot. I like Wills. Don't like Becton. After that, I'm like, Josh Jones and Niang are legit. And I'm like, those would literally be in my top 5 over some of these other guys. Both of these guys go in the third round. Both of these guys went past us twice, and we just let it happen. Look, if you were like, hey, from what we're hearing, they're going to be available in the third round. End up being true. But you didn't make a play to go to the third round and collect picks. You didn't make a play to move back. You just let them go. And so, look, in the deepest O-line draft that we've ever seen in life, well, maybe that I've seen in life, I understand that a lot of people have a lot of different feelings about the tackles. In my opinion, once again, this is how I feel. Now, look, me, I'm going to watch careers. I always watch careers over time. I track the progress. Everybody listening, most people, they're just going to be like, okay, 2 weeks from now, or not 2 weeks, but after the middle of the season, they don't care anymore. It's just about who's on your team. Unless it's a quarterback, then they'll be like, remember when we could have got Mahomes? But anyway, So, but for me, I'll track these tackles and we'll see how it goes. But for me, my money, Josh Jones and Niang were top 3 tackles. Okay, now over that, we got all types of other players you could have went. A lot of people feel some type of way about our safety position. According to our team, we really like Deion Bush, and we're good with it. Who knows if that's true, but they kind of showed that they didn't care that much because all the safeties got pushed to the second round. And we didn't come away with any of them. Like, McKinney wasn't there. We didn't go up for him, which I'm fine with. But Jeremy Chin, to me, I swear to God, is going to be a beast. If he gets a chance to go out there and play, I think he's going to be a beast. Del Pitt, top tier talent. I think for whatever reason they pushed him back. But I'm like, bro, those are safeties out there. Even like, I'm not a huge fan of Duggar, but he went in the second round. A lot of people wanted him. We didn't even attempt it. Okay, cool. But then you're talking about the other positions that were out there that we really could use right now and could have went after. And so we didn't do anything. We stayed put. And look, I said, 99% chance, 90. I was like, look, Ryan Pace, we're trading these picks. And we really didn't. We stayed put. Now, we did go defensive back. And that's the thing that I also did say in my expectations is that Pace loves going D-backs for whatever reason. And so you look at the tea leaves of our 2 picks. We got Cole Kmet, and I was joking with my friend when we were watching the first round. I was like, watch, the Bears are going to get Cole Kmet. And it was a joke, and we ended up getting him. But anyway, you look at the tight end position, not the player, but the position. And you listen to Ryan Pace, and he's right. Even if he was sending smoke signals, he's right. It's like, bro, it's a crowded room. It's a super crowded room with all the guys you got, plus the Adam Shaheen thing, plus Jimmy Graham. And that's when cutting Trey Burton. So now you bring in another tight end. And so you could very easily say F everybody. Holtz might be a fullback, H-back. But F everybody else, we're going with Jimmy Graham and Cole Kmet. You could say that. But to me, it's just like you got so many tight ends. And I like Cole Kmet, but it's just like I never would have thought that's the position they would go for. And, of course, Ryan Pace said something that I thought was arbitrary, which is, hey, if a guy's there that's high on our board, we'll consider it. We'll always consider it, but tight end's not really what we're looking at. And some people will say, okay, of course he's lying. No, I think, honestly, I believe him. I believe that they didn't believe Cole Kmet would be there because no tight ends went. And it's not a big tight end class, but usually you would probably expect something to happen. Cole Kmet didn't go. No tight ends went early. And so tight ends all got pushed down to them. And so maybe they were like, whoa, we didn't expect him to be there. And so Notre Dame might as well be a Chicago team. Not all, but a lot of their alumni live in Chicago. It might as well be a Chicago team. So you get a local guy. Look, okay, I believe him. But still, even if I was like, whoa, Cole Kmet is here. Like, we really like that guy. I still, if it's me, and it's not just me throwing out positions, it's me knowing the players, I'd be like, no, we got other fish to fry. There's better players out here. And so I was just shocked. I literally been joking about us taking Cole Kmet. And mainly joking because nobody knew who the first tight end would be. A lot of people like a lot of different people. I happen to like the guy from Purdue a lot as well. Another in the area type of guy. But we take Cole Kmet in the second round. And my head explodes. And so with the next pick, I'm like, whoa. Josh Jones is on the board. There's no way we're going to screw this up. Josh Jones is on the board. Still, Niang's on the board. Still, like, whatever. We're going to be able to do this. And then we go cornerback. Cornerback after we had put money into Artie Burns. We let Prince go, I get it, but you got Artie Burns, you got Kevin Tolver. Tolver, who you've seen start and you've seen play for a couple years in practice. So obviously they don't trust him that much. Artie Burns, who you paid not crazy money, but you paid him. And so obviously they're like, okay, you're a trial player. And now they bring in another guy. So you got 3 guys competing for that position. Now, Tolver was a late round pick, kind of a flyer because he had real issues in college. And so I understand that. But Artie Burns, 1-year deal, you wouldn't lose a lot of sleep if you cut him. But still, money that could have went to other people, time that could have went to other people. And then Jaylon Johnson, you got on the hook. So somebody's not going to make it out of that situation. But they might, because, again, we love to have a bunch of defensive backs. But I would think somebody might not make it out of that situation through offseason. And so it's just, to me, like, why? Why? If you aren't going to invest something premium into that corner spot, then okay, I get it. This isn't a great corner class. This is a terrible corner class. I don't care where people got drafted. It's a terrible corner class, and the position gets elevated for a lot of reasons. Anyway, terrible corner class. I'm not using this other second round pick on that. And what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all with Ifedi? I said my big fear is that they're going to sign Ifedi and be like, okay, plug him in for Rashad Coward and we're good. We're just going to roll with the same O-line. Coward was the problem. We pop in Ifedi and we're good. And I'm like, but you know what? I have more faith that they won't do that. And that is exactly what they're doing. We don't pick again to the 5th. Even if we trade up and do something to get in the 4th, there's other players, but all the good tackle prospects are gone. Tackle, there's some O-line prospects, but tackle, for the most part, that is gone. And so we are effectively saying we're going to roll in there with that O-line. We're just going to add Ifedi, and it's going to be great. And look, everybody needs work. But to me, Ifedi, Whitehair, Daniels in the interior, I'm okay with. But you have to bring in somebody on the tackle spot. And the fact that we passed up Josh Jones, the draft shakes out the way it shakes. People take the draft as an indictment on you as a player, and that's stupid. The draft is a mix of a lot of context and different things. So people are like, well, Josh went in the 3rd. Obviously, he's not that good. That's not true. He had first round buzz for a reason. And even if he had no round buzz, I watch him. I say he's a great prospect. And so you have good looking prospects that you passed up when you have this tackle issue. And so they are saying, look, with the money tied up, and I told you, and arguments, they were not going to do that. I said, my fear, I don't think we should, but my fears were going to be like, hey, we got money tied up in Leno and Massey. We just going to let them play, bring in Ifedi at guard, and we're good. And that is what it is starting to look like. Even if we get an interior guy later, I don't think that's the goal. To me, the goal is to get another tackle. I'm okay rolling out with our interior. I'm not okay rolling out with our tackles. And then the corner spot. Not a good corner class, but Trayvon Diggs went the next pick. And I like Trayvon Diggs. Now, I also throw this out here. I didn't watch a lot of Jaylon. I didn't really watch a lot of corners. I like me this year with corners. I'm like, look, we don't got all 22 tape. They play totally different in college. Corner is a hard position to evaluate for me. I'll give you that. But Trayvon Diggs, in my opinion, was the much better prospect. Long, strong, former receiver, really good ball skills, NFL genes, a piece of clay you can mold. And honestly, don't get it twisted. Every last cornerback is molded because the rules are vastly different in the NCAA. And the coverages are different. So you got to really train your cornerbacks to do what you want to do in your system. However, people with better athleticism tend to do better. And so that's what makes you a top prospect. But Trayvon, early to the position, a lot of athleticism, but very early to the position, you can mold that. Now, look, Jaylon might be more of a veteran. I don't know. I haven't looked at anything of him. He might be more of a veteran. He might have more production. He might be all these different things. But cornerback as the position, that is not where I would have went. And so it just blows my mind. And that's not even including Jalen Hurts being on the board. We're not going to get into that because we got Nick Foles. But oh my God, it kills me. It kills me every year because I'm looking at other teams and I'm like, bro, look at what they were able to do. But again, I understand that's because I like certain prospects that Pace might not like, or Nagy might not like, or you might not like. But there's certain prospects that I have way higher rated, and I'm looking at the combination of prospects teams put together, and I'm like, I really like their draft. How come we can't ever have a draft like that? But then I sit back and I remember a lot of it is not we can't do it, as in Ryan Pace doesn't know how to make it happen. It's just that Ryan Pace doesn't see prospects the way I see them. And again, people say, you're not a GM, so I don't care. I'm going to go with the NFL GM. Yeah, that's cool. A lot of NFL GMs don't make good picks and don't have good track records. So it's not like just because you're an NFL GM means you know exactly what you're doing. So there's that. But anyway, I don't know. I'll definitely deep dive more into the picks as far as film and stuff eventually. And I'll wrap up a recap when we finish picking. But yeah, that's my reaction to our picks so far. It's sad, man. And it's so sad because I think everybody expected like 2 second-round picks. Man, we're going to trade up into the first, or we're going to trade up the second in the second round, or we're going to trade one and go back and get a third and fourth round, or we're going to package that and then take the second and third and then trade for Jamal Adams, or we're going to do all these crazy things. And it's not that we needed to do something crazy. It's not even that we needed to do something with those picks. To me, I'm like, for what we got, I just don't know if it matches up with the value of where our picks was at. And there's a lot of great prospects that were out there and a lot of great prospects that fell that I feel like we could use a lot more than the ones we got. So anyway, go to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share around, get the conversation started. And remember, stay up and bear down.